Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück bei Star Trek Resurgence. Wir machen weiter, sind jetzt hier wieder bei unserem lieben Carter am Shuttle oder so, ne?
So we need all available shuttlecraft in working order.
Schauen wir doch mal mit Chokov. Chowak.
Excuse me, Commander Chowak.
Petty Officer Maris, I will leave you to your work.
Natürlich. Work.
I stopped by sickbay and saw Millie. I figured you'd want to know.
It's my fault she's in there. I should have made her go first.
Maybe, but I wouldn't want to see you hurt like that any more than her.
Sie wollte, dass ich zuerst gehe.
Dr. Duvall said she'll be back on duty soon, though.
Come on. I have to run the final diagnostic.
In der Melville. Sie wollte, dass ich zuerst gehe.
I've got a long to-do list before we get to Hatari, and things are piling on faster than I can check them off. We're making all our last-minute checks and security, too. Tactical and security are short-staffed.
Hey, you don't have to keep me company. If you got things to do, go do them.
No. I'm here because of my to-do
Oh,
list.
okay.
Oh?
There are some things that never seem to have the right time. So why not now?
Willst du knutschen oder was?
I had a chance to think about this while I was away. Then you and Millie almost got killed out on the hull. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you.
I love you.
Instead of tiptoeing around it. Or worse.
Miranda, is everything all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Maybe even better than fine.
God.
What I'm trying to say is, we've been really good friends for a long time. But I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
Wir sind Geschwister. Ja, was, are you sure?
This is all kind of unexpected.
I didn't expect this either. But here we are. And I didn't want to ignore it. I just figured I'd steer right into it. Well, what do you think? I've been about as direct as I can stomach. You can do that too. Be direct with me.
That's a lot to think about.
I know it is.
So, maybe I should think it over.
Oh, yeah, take as long as you need. I get it. But don't leave me hanging.
Nun, ja, Was disappointed to hear that Carter isn't quite sure how he feels about a possible romantic relationship, but she remains optimistic. Also komm, wer weiß, wer da noch kommt? Also, weiß ich nicht. Also,
I just don't want this to be weird now. Millie saw it coming. She said it might make things uncomfortable if I said something.
ich muss niesen.
Thing I want. You're important to me, if that wasn't obvious.
Hey, it's not gonna be weird. It's fine. And if you're not a little weird, you're boring.
Well, that's definitely true.
Level 1 diagnostic complete.
You've got some thinking to do. Just don't take too long.
Ja, ich melde mich nächstes Jahr nochmal. Sorry. Tja, Carter. Jetzt bist du überfordert, wa? Hm. Cast adrift.
Approaching the rendezvous point outside Atari space. Helm, bring us out of warp. Dropping to impulse.
Huch.
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
Uff.
Shield integrity holding.
We can take it.
We are at the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Rydek, find us our diplomat, if you will.
Aye, Captain. Let's reduce the noise. Filter out environmental signals. I can manually tune what's left for Federation signal types.
Okay.
I've located the shuttle.
Opening comms.
On screen.
Oh.
Shuttle to Resolute. Shuttle to Resolute. Debris field. Lost maneuvering.
Das sieht ungesund aus.
Losing.
I can't get it any clearer.
Können wir beamen?
Won't get a transporter lock. It's just not happening.
Power up the tractor beam. We'll pull them directly into the docking bay.
Diaz, you good to run the tractor emitter?
Yes, sir.
Come on, Diaz.
Warum muss ich das tun?
First thing, lock onto the shuttle and stabilize the rotation.
So. Das ist schon mal gut.
We're pulling in debris.
I'm on it.
Oh oh. Geh mal weg. Das war knapp. Was ist los?
That's gonna take out the shuttle. Here's the bridge. There's a large piece of debris headed for the shuttle. The tractor beam can't handle it.
Can our shields take it?
I believe so.
Commander Rydek, plot an intercept course.
On it.
Okay. Los geht's.
Here we go. Maneuvering thrusters bearing 53 Mark 17. 200 meters on an intercept course.
Maneuvering.
Ich hätte ihn vielleicht einfach kaputt geschossen, aber okay.
Got it.
Whoa! Someone's working hard on the bridge.
Der jetzt komm halt rein, ne? Hui! Yay! Woo!
We got the shuttlecraft on board.
Good job. We're on our way down to meet them.
So. Ach so, ja, ich glaube, ich weiß schon, wer da drin ist. Aus Trailern und so weiter. Genau.
Terra firma, so to speak.
Ambassador Spock. The captain will be right down to meet you, sir.
In that case, I will wait for him here.
Awkward. Komm.
Let me be the first to say, welcome to the Resolute, Ambassador.
Thank you, Petty Officer.
Carter? Carter Diaz. Sir,
I am pleased to meet you, Petty Officer Carter Diaz. It appears I have you to thank for my safe arrival. Your assistance arrived not a moment too soon, if I may say so.
Well, it wasn't all me. I got some help from upstairs.
A bombastic approach to clearing debris. We thought we were prepared for our arrival in Hotari space, but it is evident my craft was not sufficiently robust for such intense ionic activity.
The storm has been pretty intense.
There was an element that was most unusual. Before you came to our aid, our maneuvering thrusters and impulse engines were rendered inoperable. So we attempted a short traversal at warp speed, only to find that we could not achieve warp at all, even though our diagnostics computer showed no faults or anomalies. What do you make of that? All indications say that warp speed is possible, but in practice, we find it is not.
I'd rather investigate than speculate.
A sound principle.
Take readings, run some additional diagnostic checks, and we'll get to the bottom of this.
Quite logical, Petty Officer Diaz. Thank you.
Sehr gerne.
Ambassador Spock,
Excuse me.
I'm honored to have you aboard. I'd like to get right to it. We're already behind.
Ganz kurz. Was ich ganz cool finde, ist, der Sprecher für Spock macht das so gut. Ist halt leider ziemlich leise. Ich krieg's nicht noch lauter. Was soll ich noch machen? Weil er klingt wirklich sehr nah an Leonard Nimoy dran, der ja leider gestorben ist vor einigen Jahren mittlerweile. Und die haben wirklich so viele Castings gemacht für den Spock-Sprecher, bis sie tatsächlich jemanden gefunden haben, der wirklich genauso klingt oder wirklich fast genauso klingt. Und das ist richtig gut. Und ich wollte mal kurz gucken, was hat denn der jetzt hier? War beeindruckt beim guten Einsatz des Traktorbeams, um ihn zu retten. Und hat gemerkt, dass er ein Teamplayer ist. Okay, gut. A provocation to war.
Ambassador Spock, my senior staff. It's not every day that a captain gets to welcome a Starfleet legend aboard.
You flatter me, Captain Solano. But legend implies the past tense, whereas I am very much focused on our present circumstances.
I didn't mean to suggest you were stuck in the past. You're right, Ambassador. Most diplomatic choice of words.
Na komm.
We're all curious about the future, Ambassador. Specifically, what exactly are we getting involved in here?
We got the basics from Starfleet. Two formerly peaceful neighbors are now on the brink of war.
Indeed, and the tension between them grows fiercer by the hour.
Oha.
Lydia and Hotari. The Lydians are the more advanced species. They made first contact with the Hotari over a century ago. This is Tau, the Hotari moon. It is rich in dilithium, and for decades, the Hotari and the Illydians have shared a mining operation there.
Okay.
The Illydians provide the technological resources, while the Hotari have served as a labor force. The stability of that arrangement was the source of their peace, until recently. The Hotari have suddenly and forcefully seized control of the mining operations and expelled the Illydians from their system. That is the official story, as told by the Hotari when they requested Federation mediation. But the details remain scant. Communications between all parties have been limited by the ionic interference.
What are the Hotari defensive capabilities? Do they stand a chance to hold on to the mines now that they've taken them?
It is unlikely the relatively primitive Hotari forces would prevail against the Lydian fleet in open war. But it would have been equally unlikely to predict they could take possession of the mines until they did just that, which leaves many unanswered questions. Left unchecked, this conflict will result in more bloodshed, which is what we are here to prevent.
And the dilithium trade hangs in the balance.
Clearly the Hotari have been exploited in this relationship.
Maybe we can persuade them peace is the more profitable alternative for everyone. They both profited from the mines. And for the Hotari, something is better than nothing. Peace is our objective after all.
That is correct.
If we could convince them, it would restore the peace. But we would need the Hotari to accept a difficult compromise.
Made all the more difficult by the emotions flaring on both sides, no doubt.
Neither the Elydians or the Hotari are members of the Federation, so we can't make them do anything.
There is an additional complicating factor I should mention. In the past, the Federation has relied on the Elydians as a source of dilithium.
That certainly changes things.
Federation sources its dilithium from a lot of places.
Yeah, and this is one of them.
So we've already played a part in this.
Unfortunately, that is indeed the case.
Das ist natürlich...
We're morally obligated to make this right.
Hold on. Our only obligation is to negotiate the peaceful resolution of this conflict.
Tja.
Given the Federation's involvement in the Elydian dilithium trade, Captain Solano and I must make every effort to appear neutral in these negotiations.
Richtig, ja.
What worries me is if this whole thing unravels and we're at the mercy of the storm at less than full strength.
We can't let it come to that.
Considering what the ion storm has done to our ship and the Ambassador's shuttle, we have to assume the Elydian fleet has had problems with it as well. This recent surge in the energy disturbance temporarily levels the playing field.
Commander Westbrook is correct. The energy anomalies around the Hotari systems have been noted in the past. But they have never been observed on the orders of magnitude we have seen in recent weeks.
If it's keeping the two sides talking instead of shooting at each other, that actually helps us negotiate a peace.
And we'll take advantage of that as long as it works in our favor.
And when it doesn't?
All the more reason to learn as much about it as we can while we are here. We do not want to be caught unprepared should the energy anomaly continue to fluctuate. So I trust we understand our circumstances.
We're operating on a strict timetable here. We're going to be leaving for the negotiations shortly. Commander Westbrook, I want you to leverage our systems to investigate the anomaly from here while we're gone.
Aye, Captain.
Thank you all.
Dismissed.
Jawohl.
I want to speak to both of you privately.
Oh. Was will er denn jetzt?
Ambassador Spock, I'd like to make a formal introduction. My first officer, Commander Jara Ryder.
Commander, as you are aware, there are limits to what Captain Solano and I can do in our official capacity as representatives of the Federation. But someone in an unofficial capacity, your first officer, for example, would not be bound by those restrictions. Commander Ryder could ingratiate herself to certain parties behind the scenes, where they may be more candid in revealing information that could lead to a resolution.
Okay.
She certainly goes her own way. Maybe that helps in this case. It would be unconventional, but I'm not opposed to it.
Ja, eigentlich ja das Erste, ne? Wir sind ja kein Diplomat. Aber andererseits, wir sind in der Föderation und als Commander, also was immer es noch braucht.
I'm perfectly happy to work outside the lines.
And by extension, you will be doing your duty, Commander.
Richtig.
Just not too far outside the lines. Well, I hope Commander Rydek will have more luck finding out what really happened than we will through official diplomatic channels.
The fate of the negotiations, the interests of the Federation, and the prospect for peace very well depend on it.
Ja, gibt mir einfach noch mehr Druck. Alles gut. So, das ist doch ein guter Zeitpunkt, um die Folge zu beenden, oder? Wir schauen mal ganz kurz hier. Gut, also er ist ganz gut von uns. Also, ja, wir finden uns ganz gut bisher. Gut, aber bevor wir jetzt hier weitermachen, würde ich sagen, Navigation Complexities machen wir in der nächsten Folge. Bis dahin, tschüss und tüdelü.